The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Minnesota.
Scores! Woohoo!
After 2 months away from home, the Mavericks look to move up in the standings while St. Cloud State is seeking their first conference win.
It's 2-0, and the Huskies take a shot on net, and they score.
Two Minnesota teams battle to make their mark. Huskies, Mavericks, next on Fox Sports North.
On a blustery January night in downtown Mankato, we are getting set to bring you some WCHA hockey action. Minnesota State set to host in-state rivals St. Cloud State next here on Fox Sports North. Good evening, I'm Don Westfall, joined by former Maverick assistant coach Ruth Ann Cantile. And Ruth Ann, these are two teams that ironically just met a couple weeks ago, but you'll see as we bring up some of the recent statistics for both of these clubs, both teams kind of limping into this one this weekend. St. Cloud State coming in 0-6-2 in their last 8 games, while on the other side for the Mavericks, they're 0-3-2 in their last 5. Neither one of these teams, and talking to the coaches, Ruth Ann, are where they want to be with 1 month left in the regular season getting ready for the playoffs.
Exactly. Both coaches said that they need to play really tough defense as well as offensively get some shots to the net. And so we're going to hopefully see a lot of shots on net and some good team defense from both of them to make a nice tight game.
A little bit weird in the fact that, again, these two teams actually saw one another a couple weeks ago in the third place game up at the Minnesota Cup, a game that the Mavericks would win. Technically it was a 2-2 tie, but the Mavericks get the third place honors because of a goal in 3-on-3 play. It is a little bit weird to come back right away after playing each other so quickly. Any sense of any carryover and stuff like that, or it's 2 weeks later, it's just a new day?
It's definitely a new day, but it'll be interesting to see if St. Cloud comes out really grinding to, prove themselves from the last game that they played.
All right, let's hear from the coaches right now. John Harrington for the Mavericks and Steve McDonald for the Huskies.
Yeah, that's right. And like we constantly tell our players that it's important that we focus on what we're trying to do and maybe not who we're playing as much, or we have a good idea of how of the things we need to accomplish versus each team we play. But it's good. As you know, the WCHA is the best league in the country, and every weekend you're going to be playing a quality team. So the preparation you have to have and the personal commitment you have to put into it is there every weekend, and I think our players are better for that.
Puck possession is always key. They're a team that plays hard, they play fast, and so for us, puck possession will be key for us down low, and just being able to look for those opportunities. They have 2 good goalies in net, so whoever they put in there, you're going to be up against a good goaltender there. So puck possession is going to be key, and just looking for the right opportunities.
We thank the coaches for their time. Let's talk about a couple of players on either side who we expect to see some good things offensively from this evening. For the Mavericks, we're actually going to talk about defenseman Jessica Condes, who actually had a goal against these Huskies a couple weeks ago in that Minnesota Cup third-place game. She also had a goal last weekend against Ohio State. And on the other side for the Huskies, we're going to talk about Clara Himlarova, who actually is leading the WCHA as far as freshman scoring this year. She has 4 goals along with 10 assists for 14 points. A couple of key offensive players there for either side, Ruth Ann, and especially in a game like this, specialty teams, when the teams are so close, specialty units are really important.
Absolutely. Their records mirror one another. They're very comparable teams. Special teams are going to make the difference, make or break them.
All right, so let's take one last time out. When we come back, we'll have WCHA hockey action for you from Mankato. It's Minnesota State and St. Cloud State.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at cariboucoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis youth hockey. Saturday, Hockey Day Minnesota hits the ice. Join us at 9 a.m. for a full day of action, featuring a pair of both high school and college showdowns, plus the Wild's battle with the Stars. It all starts Saturday at 9 on Hockey Day Minnesota.
You need to stay focused. Pick your feet up. Stop slouching. Would you show some hustle for once in your life? You're an embarrassment. You know what? I'll just do it.
Feet wide, 94 feet long, 22 feet 1 3/4 inches, 10 feet high. College basketball is back. Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries. College basketball all season long.
Don Westfall, Ruth Ann Cantile, back here in downtown Mankato, Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center. There you see Maverick head coach in his 5th year, John Harrington. His record with the Mavericks, and the other side in his 1st year of coaching with the Huskies. Been with the program for 6 years. And on the other side, Steve McDonald, head coach for St. Cloud State. We thank both of the coaches for spending a few moments with us before the contest. And again, a snowy night here in Mankato, snowy pretty much over the entire upper Midwest. So we are glad you are with us here on Fox Sports North to bring you WCHA action. Again, both these clubs with 4 series after this weekend series concludes. So some pretty important games coming up. And these teams fairly familiar with one another after having just played a couple of weeks ago. There was a series back in late October up in the Granite City of St. Cloud, and that was a series that was swept by the Mavericks in a 1-0 shutout, actually, by Abigail Levy, our goaltender in the net tonight for the Mavericks. There you see her. And then on the Saturday night comeback game, it was a 4-1 win for Minnesota State. Face-off after played with a high stick was the call. Thiessen for the Huskies plays it out of the zone to Theodopoulos. Sent in for Mackenzie Cedarburg for Minnesota State. Pass is picked off. Controlled now by Minnesota State. And neutralized, carried into the zone by Tristan Truax, trying to work around the defender. That one is swept aside and cleared by the Huskies. Or Klug after it, broken up by the Mavericks. Truax on the near side, dumps it into the zone. Whose puck is picked up and will be carried out of the zone by Emma Bigham. Dumped in by Olivia Svar, but the Mavericks quickly turn that around in front of their own bench. Near side for Herzog. She headmans the pass to Rasmussen. Rasmussen in the zone, watched by Wilgren. To the far side, whose puck picked up. Kelsey King, one of the leading scorers for the Mavericks on the season. Head for Gardner, who also, Mariah Gardner, having a great campaign for the Mavericks. King is in the corner, played back to the point. Found us with the shot that's kicked out by Emma Pluzny. Wilgren on the near side is able to hold for the Mavericks. Anthony can't control things. Gardner's on the far side for MSU. Loose pass picked up between the circles. Rasmussen kicks it out of the zone now for St. Cloud State. Condas in a race for the puck, along with Bigham. Jessica Condas controls.
A little slashing there.
Driven in by Condas. Mavericks are off to complete a line change. Trying to play one out in front. Good opportunity for the Mavericks. On the far boards, Akravic is able to control things, plays a headman pass. Going to be Bobick. Lost puck possession, but Jackson dumps it in for MSU. Hall on the near side. She's able to clear, so the Mavericks are going to have to play it out to center ice and regroup with Jordan Jackson. Britt Fleming off the bench, able to play it. Head for Bobick, poked away from her. Hannah Bates with it, trying to work around a couple of defenders. Quick shot there. Nice rebound by Libya. It's given up there, and unfortunately for the Huskies, unable to convert on the rebound between the circles. There's even a better save, I think, by Levy. Yeah. Klug on the near side. A couple of good opportunities here for the Huskies. Their first sustained time in the zone. Fleming will bring the Mavericks out 2-on-2. She's got Claire Buderick with her. Played out of the slot area and out to center ice. Mavericks will cover things up with Lindsey Howard.
One thing that Coach Harrington talked to us about was, you know, making that one extra move, and on that last drive, she tried to make that one last move. Sometimes you just got to shoot the puck, hope it gets through with a screen from the defenseman, and have your buddy go and crash the net hard.
Howard regroups for the Mavericks out at center ice. Fleming's trying to work it into the zone. It's dumped in, but immediately be picked up by Kenzie Wiley. Headman pass Theodopoulos dumps it in. Wilgren quickly there to turn things around for Minnesota State. Long lead pass. Iozo to the far side. Set behind the net. A nice play by Hansen defensively, as that was Kelsey King looking for the opportunity. Out in front, loose puck still there. And finally be cleared aside by Rachel Herzog.
Good pick off there.
Dumped in by Dieter. Levy's out to play it for the Mavericks. Truax. She'll lead things out the other way for Minnesota State. Trying to work around a couple defenders. Gets dropped. No call on the play. Back to the point for Cedarburg. She tees up a shot that's blocked by Newland. Played all the way now by Gardner down low, looking for an opportunity. That was Iozo. England on the far side, not able to get there, and it's carried out by the Huskies. And then that's Bigham who gets dropped on the play. England has to bring it back out toward neutral ice, as Gardner might have been offside on the play. It's Cedarburg. No score. First 5 minutes of the contest gone tonight for Mankato. Kicked behind the net. Herzog. Played to the near side. It's Bobick getting there first for the Mavericks. Now Sophia Poinar, and she's unable to control, and Dana Rasmussen will carry out for the Huskies. Abby Levy will play it near side for Kennedy Bobick. Lead pass and carried out to center ice by Pointer. Rasmussen is there to clean up defensively for the Huskies. And then a long pass up ahead. Taylor Lynn dumps it into the corner. Wilgren is back for Minnesota State. Plays it off the boards nicely, and she'll carry out to center ice. Anna Wilgren. Low angle shot. And that one tucked right underneath, and a nice job by Polozny just to hold on. She'll take the face off. We'll take our first break of the night. No score for Mankato.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota with a full slate of high school and college action presented by Toyota. Catch 2 outdoor high school showdowns plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies. All day Saturday, presented by Toyota. Single-day tickets for Hockey Day Minnesota presented by Wells Fargo are on sale now. Enjoy high school, women's, and NHL alumni games January 16th through 18th at Parade Stadium. Get your tickets now at wild.com/hockeyday.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available on the GMC Sierra.
Ring in the new year with 0% financing for 72 months on 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance on Denali.
John Harrington and his Mavericks. No score between the in-state rivals. Ruth Ann, our keys to tonight's contest that we got from Coach Harrington?
Yeah, so net front play, you know, looking at making sure we're trying to get some shots to the net offensively. And then those second shots, most importantly, you know, the first save is usually happening, but then you want to make sure you've got traffic in front and people with their sticks down ready to continue to shoot at the net.
You know, he also mentioned some stuff about as there's a shot in on net, and Lesney will just hold on for the save. Also talked about defensive structure being important tonight for Minnesota State.
Yeah, he indicated that, a lot of times they're kind of trying to stretch the zone maybe a little bit and not play so defensively, looking on the offensive side of things. And all offense starts from the defensive zone and working as a unit and bringing the puck up ice together. So they're going to try to be doing that tonight as well.
Our third key, you talked about staying out of the box. We hear that so often in hockey, but boy, it just, you cannot overemphasize not taking silly penalties and giving the opponents the extra man.
Exactly, and the retaliation is the one that's always called. So trying to keep your cool even though you might not have committed the first crime.
You kind of laughed. Are you speaking out of maybe some former play when you were on the ice? Were you one of those who...
I took my time in the penalty box
okay.
and felt much shame about it.
Very good. Played all the way down the ice. I don't know, we'll have to look up some of your old statistics to see just where your penalty minutes landed here.
They were more than my goals.
Oh, very good. Well, you're kind of an enforcer out there.
Apparently.
That's right. You cleared things
on
up.
Paper anyways,
that's right. Mavericks in the zone, up on top. Truax will tee up a shot kicked out by Lesney now. Another long lead pass here. Howard keeps it in. Truax working through a couple defenders. Played one down low. And Emil Lesney is there for that save once again. So the Mavericks a little time in the zone right there and looking for a rebound, but none given up. And so the Mavericks will be the benefactor of just another faceoff in the zone glove side of the junior goaltender from Mound. Statistically has some numbers that are quite lofty this year. As the broadcast goes on, we'll talk more about just her play. And here come the Huskies the other way. 2-on-1 into the zone. Played down into the corner by Hall. She had an opportunity maybe to feed it up on top to Savard, but couldn't connect on that pass. Bates is there at the point. Play broken up by Gardner. So feed one ahead to Anthony. He was unable to get a stick on it, and this looks like it's going to be an icing call against the Mavericks. Both these clubs stay in WCHA action next weekend. Mavericks actually travel up to Bemidji State for another in-state rival, this time with the Beavers on Friday and Saturday. And Huskies at home next weekend hosting UMD. Again, both games, both clubs on Friday the 24th and 25th. Hard to believe that we're already at this point of the season. It seems like just in September we get underway, but again, roughly 1 month after this weekend left in WCHA regular season play, and we'll hit the playoffs toward the end of February.
It's interesting that you say that, Don, because a lot of times this part of the season, you come after break there, you get a little break over the holidays and you come back and it's like a whole new season. You get that fresh start. Hopefully the kids are feeling that way and come back with a fresh start.
Anthony down low for Gardner, left up for King. She's on top of the circle. Played back for Wilgren. In on net and another shot, but no rebound. And Anthony's right there looking for the rebound. As a coach, and again, you coached for a number of years here in Mankato as well at the Bemidji State. Coming out of the break, you want the players to get away to kind of rejuvenate, but obviously you want them to kind of stay in condition, keep the intensity. It's kind of a hard challenge in there, especially with collegiate players, because it's not only hockey they need to get away from, it's all the rigors of school and the demands of being a Division I athlete.
Yeah, and you spend so much time with your team, and towards that middle of December, you need a break, a mental break, physical break. Like you said, the academic piece, you just want to get all your papers done and your tests completed, and then they don't get a long break, though. It's not a real long time. So as far as the physical rigor, they stay in shape because they come right back. But there is that little bit of a mental side of it where you say, okay, we're starting over 2020. It's a whole new season.
And for both of these programs, getting into a new year is probably a good thing. They hasn't resulted in a lot of wins here in 2020. But again, that chance, and they had a good contest a couple weeks ago in what was the 2-2 game for third place at the Minnesota Cup. Again, it was a goal by Truax in 3-on-3 play. So technically, in terms of the NCAA, it's went into the books as a tie between the two programs. But needing a winner in the tournament format, it was the Mavericks getting the victory. Pointer to the far side. Truax gathers it up, carries it into the zone.
Getting slashed by She fought right through it.
Wiley is back to take it away defensively for the Huskies. Theodosopoulos. Iozo turns things around. That's Danielle England knocked off puck on the play. Abby Thiessen behind her own net. Played now. Fleming will pick things up for the Mavericks. To the point for Cedarburg. She tees up a shot, and Iozo was right there for the tip, but a nice save. Cedarburg one more time on top of the circle. That one got through the wicket, and does it get over the line? They're going to say it is. Goal, Mavericks.
Look what happens when you get it to the net, hey, Don?
Just kept shooting there, and I'm sure that's one that Leslie would love to have back because she had it, but somehow it snuck through the pads and just trickled over the line. Let the Mavericks get the first goal of the contest at 10:07.
Yeah, it squeezed right through. One little tap maybe there, too. Let's see, it comes in. No, it slid in on its own. That's what happens, just shoot low. The first few shots were up high and right in the chest, so keep shooting low. Goals start to happen.
Cedarburg, that's her first goal of the season. She's already got 6 assists. For the Mavericks, pretty important goal. Get some momentum going here in the first period of play. At this point, just barely halfway through the first period. It's the Mavericks out shooting the Huskies by a margin of 8-2. Turnover in the zone. Here comes Rasmussen back, but that shot hit some traffic. And on the near corner, it's picked up by Anthony. Gathers it up one more time, and a long lead pass out for Kelsey King. King with the shot that's blocked by Herzog. She gathers up her own rebound. Mariah Gardner in the corner. Has it poked away from her, picked up by Rasmussen. She flips it out of the zone where it's played by Newland. Anthony for Minnesota State left off with Gardner. Gardner doesn't like what she sees, and so she'll just regroup.
Very good patience and puck movement by the Mavericks here.
Anthony on her backhand. Looking for pointer, but that's broken up. Still in the zone, and now it crawls over the line before Mavericks can get there. Back the other way. Okers with the shot. Claire Hickey leading the charge out of the zone, 2-on-2 for St. Cloud State. Behind the net, looking for the quick wraparound was Lynn, but that caromed off some traffic into the corner. Abby Thiessen. Olivia Savar. Hickey dumps it into the corner now for Lynn one more time. Near side, quick shot by Savar, and Wilgren's there to clean things up. Mavericks played out of the zone. This one might be an icing call, and it is. We just mentioned the name Olivia Saar. She was one of 3 players last week in the series against the Gophers where the Huskies were swept. Savar, along with Lind and Claire Himlerova, 23 of the 49 shots on goal by the Huskies on the weekend came off the stick of those 3 players. So we talked with Coach McDonald. Just you love that kind of production and opportunities by those 3 players, but obviously looking to generate some more chances by others across the 4 lines. The unique thing about those 3 players, they're all freshmen for St. Cloud State. Thiessen plays it ahead for Himlerova. It poked away from her, however, and now Bryant picks things up for Minnesota State. Opportunity with Fleming down low, and then Bryant unable to gather up puck possession. Still played behind the net, however. Himlerova left off for Thiessen. Down to 7:10 left to go here in the first period of play. Glad you're with us on a very snowy night in the upper Midwest. Again, the Mavericks with the goal by Cedarburg, who just had the puck on her stick. She has the Mavericks out to the 1-0 lead as we're inside 7 left in the first. That shot is blocked out front defensively for the Mavericks by Cedarburg. Mavericks coming into the contest second in the country as far as block shots, just under 400 on the season. Budarak unable to control things, and now it's flipped out, and Rasmussen will carry for St. Cloud State. Works past Truex in the corner. Bigham also steps in for St. Cloud State, but it's going to be Budarak with the puck. Left off now for Bryant and Britton Fleming. Fleming will tee up a shot, and that's blocked. A follow-up, a really good-looking shot on the follow-up, and a big save by Lusney, and that'll take us to a break here with 6:19 left to go. It's the Mavericks on top of the Huskies, 1-0.
Where's Danny? Where'd he go?
The 2020 Nissan Rogue. With available Nissan Safety Shield 360. This is all-around protection. Now get a low $199 per month lease on the 2020 Rogue or the 2020 Nissan Altima.
Don Westfall and Ruth Ann Kentile back in Mankato. WCHA hockey this evening between St. Cloud State and Minnesota State. Mavericks on top. They have it in the zone. Jackson trying to look for a tip attempt by Ozo. Back to the point one more time. Akervik played ahead for Gardner. Spar steps into the play. That'll be controlled by Mallory Ozo in the corner. Out in front, Gardner. Good look. Follow up there, not too far off on that shot by Jackson. Headman pass and carried out of the zone by Hickey. Turned right around at the line by Jackson. Hannah Bates drives it off the glass. Jordan Jackson will have to come back and make a play for Minnesota State. She overskates the puck, but Akervik is there to help out and played all the way down past some traffic. They're going to wave off icing on the play. Thiessen comes back. Ahead for Katie Dietert. Flipped ahead and dumped in by Brooke Kaderka. Anna Wilgren is there for the Mavericks. Watched by Kaderka.
By St. Cloud there. Good finish check.
Dietert back to the point. Wiley down between the circles. Mavericks pick it up and are unable to clear. Wiley trying to work around Wilgren. Played to the far side. Things picked up now. Bobick is off the glass to clear for Minnesota State. Pointer will just tap it ahead. She has it in the zone. Trying to feed Oakers, breaking in between the circles. Kundus flipped off now for Kennedy Bobick. To the point, and now near side Wilgren. Puts one down low, and that was Pointer who got a stick on it.
Hand-eye coordination there. Those ones are nice to see. Tips.
Mavericks have had some pretty good looks here, Ruth Ann, in the first with playing someone down low between the circles and getting opportunities for those redirects.
Absolutely.
Condos will tap it in, and the Mavericks will kind of give up the zone a little bit, although Fleming breaks in pretty nicely. The Mavericks are in the midst of starting to change. Britt Fleming behind the net tries to
wrap
that
it.
one.
Still
Looked like,
loose.
yeah, she might have had an angle on the play. Brooke Bryant, far side. Truax will tee up a shot, and again, with the player out in front, didn't see who that was. Might have been Budarak, but Lusney is there for yet another save, and the Mavericks hold on to that 1-0 lead late in the first.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner. Go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
3:52 left to go in the first period of play. And the Mavericks holding on to a 1-0 lead. The goal by Cedarburg roughly halfway through the first period. Played out in front, and Ruth Ann, yet another Maverick out in front with a really good look at an opportunity for a tip or a redirect.
Yeah, they're definitely playing to the game plan that Coach Harrington had talked about, getting shots and having people there for rebounds.
Fleming is back for Minnesota State. Played off the boards, and she tries to gather it up, but it's broken up. Klug, here come the Mavericks, however, as Buderek had a look. Follow-up, and that one she caught with Hulsney leaning just a little bit, but sent it wide here on the near side. Theodopoulos is able to dump it into the zone, and Truax has to come back for the Mavericks. Sidesteps the poke check and has it at center ice. Kristen Truax all the way the other way.
Trying that one more move around the defenseman.
Great job carrying it out of the zone. She had a couple goals in the 4-1 game back in October that the Mavericks won, as well as that goal. Here's a chance down low. Loose puck
Nice
still.
job clearing him out. Good job by the Mavericks trying to clear out some bodies there.
Newland had the first look, and then there was a follow-up by Bigham, but a couple of really good opportunities late in the first here for St. Cloud State. Janiyah Nolan, and here we'll take another look, Ruth Ann.
Yep. So first save, second save. Oh, there we go.
Levy good on both of those opportunities the Huskies have, and the Mavericks win the draw. Emily Anthony. Akervik to the far side, and that was fanned on an opportunity by King. Elsa King still with it on her backhand, played down on top of the crease. King to the far side. Akervik will tee one up, but that's blocked and actually kicked out of the zone by Bigham defensively. Long lead pass there, Jackson for Anthony. She just plays it to an open wing. Akervik was going to come off the ice, but good job by the Mavericks to not create too many men on the ice. Courtney Hall on the near side now for Huskies as we're inside 2 minutes remaining in the first. Mavericks out shooting the Huskies 13-6 at this time. Wilgren loses an edge, but does a nice job at least clearing the zone. Quickly turned around, however, here come the Huskies down low. And the pass a little bit too far into the skates of Hall to create an opportunity. Thiessen played to the far side by Wiley, who dumps it in. Wilgren cleans things up for the Mavericks. Played ahead to Madison Oakers. Oakers with the shot that's wide on the near side. Anthony unable to gather the rebound. Lind is able to poke it out of the zone. Olivia Spar, but quickly turned around by the Mavericks. Wilgren lead pass for Oakers. Good look here at the face-off circle. Puts the blast on, and Polesny is there, but nice long lead pass with a lot of traffic, finding Madison Elkers here on the near side.
Yeah, caught St. Cloud on a change there, so we had the weak side open. She passed it over. Nice shot on net. No rebound was given, though, so she was waiting for it.
Face-off stick side. Mavericks will win the draw. Cedarburg down low. Pointer was able to get a stick on it, but actually got too much of it and just trickled in on net, and Emma Polesny is there for the save. We had talked about her stats earlier. She actually, at this point of the season, as the lead as far as a weekend series, 85 saves against UMD back in early November. Actually had one game with 50 saves in it. So she has seen a lot of action and really done all she could to keep her Huskies in the games up to this point. This draw won by the Huskies. Hansen controlled and played ahead for Dietert. Cedarburg dumps it back in. Herzog is there for the Huskies. Loose puck will be picked up. Kennedy Bobick, no one still controlling it, finally be picked up. Played ahead by Jenna Haig. 25 seconds left to go in the first. Truax behind her own net. Played on the near side for Kennedy Bobick. Spins away from the would-be check, and now Truax will dump it into the zone. Hansen is back. Played out to center ice. Dietert is there. But before anyone catches up to it, we are at the end of the first period of play. A period that unofficially right now, Mavericks out shooting the Huskies by a margin of 15-6. But just one goal in the period. That's scored by Cedarburg at 10:27. And the Mavericks, as you see here, we have coming up here in our first intermission, we'll lead things off with an interview with the defenseman. That's Anna Wilgren. You're watching Maverick Hockey here, WCHA Hockey on Fox Sports North.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at CaribouCoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis Youth Hockey.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota, and Fox Sports Go is streaming the full slate of high school and college action, presented by Toyota. Stream both outdoor high school showdowns, plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies, all day Saturday on Fox Sports Go.
Bundle up for Hockey Day with a Great Lakes limited edition Hockey Day sweatshirt, scarf, or hat, and show off the same styles as our Fox Sports North talent. Buy yours at foxsports.com/north/HockeyDayMN.
50 feet wide, 94 feet long, 22 feet 1 3/4 inches, 10 feet high. College basketball is back. Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries. College basketball all season long.
We're bringing baseball back. It's time to officially kick off the 2020 Twins season with a weekend packed full of fun at Target Field. Join us at Twins Fest, January 24th and 25th to celebrate our favorite hometown team. There will be over 40 current, former, and future players for autograph sessions, as well as some new experiences, including an escape room and Bomba Land. Twins Fest is presented by Quick Trip, and all proceeds benefit the Minnesota Twins Community Fund. Warm up your winter and help us kick off the Twins season.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. A portion of proceeds will benefit Minneapolis Youth Hockey. Stream Wild Hockey all season long on Fox Sports Go.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato, where the score is 1-0. Your Minnesota State Mavericks are leading the Huskies of St. Cloud State. I'm Marissa Voss, and I am joined by number 5, Captain Anna Wilgren. Anna, this Maverick team has not been home since November 23rd. How does it feel to get back and get a lead with Mackenzie Cedarburg?
It's amazing. We needed that first goal bad. Been kind of on a dry spell lately, so it's great to get it at home and just kind of get your rituals back to normal and sleep in your own bed. I mean, there's nothing better than playing at home.
So this Maverick team has been holding the Huskies to the neutral zone very well in the first. What components have gone into such great lockdown defense?
Throughout the week, we prepared really well. Our neutral zone forecheck has been kind of struggling, so that was the main focus, especially like with a team like this. I feel like we can kind of beat them with our speed. So it's important to just kind of keep to our systems and do your job.
Thanks, Anna. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Coming back after a break, I get the chance to talk with a couple players and head coach John Harrington to discuss how excited they are to be back home. We'll be back right after this with more WCHA action on Fox Sports North.
Every time you show up, every time you make your loyalties clear, and the moments that inspire you, and the ones that challenge your nerve, whether you're banging the glass or still learning the ropes, however you choose to be a fan, you make the game. And they make history. April 9th and 11th in Detroit, nothing beats the crowd. Visit ntaa.com/Frozen4 to get your tickets today.
2,000 people every year get diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It's really important for all of you to be aware of this and be proactive.
Single-day tickets for Hockey Day Minnesota, presented by Wells Fargo, are on sale now. Enjoy high school, women's, and NHL alumni games, January 16th through 18th at Parade Stadium. Get your tickets now at wild.com/hockeyday.
What's my passion? I love to write, and hearing stories helps me tell them better.
Stay engaged and keep doing what you love. Hear well. Stay vital. Check your hearing wellness every year.
Where's Daddy? Where'd he go?
The 2020 Nissan Rogue. With available Nissan Safety Shield 360. This is all-around protection. Now get a low $199 per month lease on the 2020 Rogue or the 2020 Nissan Altima.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato. It's intermission here between your Minnesota State Mavericks and the St. Cloud State Huskies. The Mavericks have not been home since November 23rd. We caught up with a couple players and head coach John Harrington to discuss how excited they are to get back to home ice.
Being on the road is fun and all, but playing at your own rink, it's nice because you have your own stuff and you're used to everything. And we have our weight room and we always play soccer in there, and everyone's just kind of more it just feels more natural here. And we haven't played in about a month, so it's really exciting.
Nothing really beats like sleeping in your own bed, kind of like having the same rituals every time you play at home. Kind of the consistency that we've been looking for. I mean, it'll be good to just kind of hit the reset button with 2020, being back at home, and just kind of go back to the basics and what we know.
I think it's pretty exciting. We've been on the road quite a bit, and to have a home crowd gets us a little more pumped up. And our mentality has been to work hard and to be better than we were in the first half, and to just keep improving every single day and try and be successful. And with the home crowd, it'll be easier to keep the energy going and keep the positive vibes flowing.
Well, I think it always gets you off to a better start in the week of practice. You know, if you travel, especially in the couple of weeks where we've played on Sundays or traveled on Sunday like this last weekend, it kind of doesn't really give you that full day of rest, you know, to come back, and it's tough to get things going on that Monday. So, yeah, it's been a lot of travel. It's been short weeks of home practice and going on the road, and that's fun to do. I mean, I think it's good for our team building, but there comes a time where you go, yeah, we want to play at home and be in a familiar area and on our home ice in front of our home fans. So we're really looking forward to the series against St. Cloud this weekend.
We'll be back with more WCHA action right here on Fox Sports North.
Saturday, Hockey Day Minnesota hits the ice. Join us at 9 a.m. for a full day of action, featuring a pair of both high school and college showdowns, plus the Wild's battle with the Stars. It all starts Saturday at 9 on Hockey Day Minnesota.
This is by far the sorriest display I've ever seen. Did you forget everything you've learned? Were you just flailing around? You're never gonna make it with these skills.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank. Coming up this week on Due North Outdoors, we hunt in the alleys with a Minnesota man crafting his own outdoor reputation. Then we chase giant lake sturgeon through the ice with two Northwoods anglers. Their stories, plus we find an outdoor getaway not too far from home. This week on Due North Outdoors.
Experience the excitement of wild hockey at XL Energy Center with the Fox Sports North Family Pack. Get one upper-level ticket, one hot dog, one bag of chips, and one soda, starting at $45 for select games. Get your tickets now at wild.com/FSN.
Get on the egg this winter. Gerton's delivers the best smoking price on Big Egg Grills. Free assembly, financing, and fast delivery on the Big Green Egg Grill, $3.99 or more. The exceptional winter grill, a Big Green Egg from Gerton's.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at CaribouCoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis youth hockey.
We're in our first intermission here at the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center, downtown Mankato. Don Westfall along with Ruth Ann Cantile. And it's the Mavericks on top of St. Cloud State in this in-state WCHA battle, 1-0. Some news and notes from week 15 around the WCHA. You can see that Bemidji State and UMD meeting in their 100th game. 4 teams from the WCHA ranked in the top 10, once again proving this is the best collegiate league in the country for women's hockey. Minnesota's Grace Zumwinkle, 8-game point streak with actually 9 points during those 8 games, 5 goals and 4 assists. And Wisconsin leading the country in power play goals. Quick look at the WCHA standings as we enter the weekend's play. You can see with the Wisconsin loss last weekend to Bemidji State, it's Minnesota back up on top in the WCHA. In fact, they topped the national rankings as well. See our 2 clubs here in the bottom looking for some momentum and some consistency with, again, about a minute out, or with about a week, with 4 weeks left rather in the regular season. Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's Ohio State right now, despite Minnesota getting back to the top spot in the league. It's the Buckeyes with a 4-1 lead in the third over the Gophers, and up in Duluth, UMD over Bemidji State, 2-0. That's in the first. We mentioned our score here, 1-0. That goal coming about halfway through the first period of play, 10:07 technically the mark. And goal by Cedarburg. Ruth Ann, no such thing ever as a bad shot on net.
Absolutely not. You know, you've got to put it to the net. She does. It looks like it's covered, and it just slides right through. So it was nice to see that happen for the Mavericks here. And
I thought the Mavericks really been very good as you take a look at our stats from the first period of play. Again, the Mavericks out shooting the Huskies 15-6. Shots attempted 29. Ruth Ann, the Mavericks have been very diligent about firing pucks, looking for tips out in front.
absolutely, you know, and some of them didn't quite hit the net, but we did make some contact. So with those trying to get some tips in there, and that's nice.
1-0 our score here. Again, we're still in the first intermission in Mankato. We'll take one more break. We come back. It'll be second period from downtown Mankato.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota with a full slate of high school and college action presented by Toyota. Catch 2 outdoor high school showdowns plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies. All day Saturday, presented by Toyota.
Obviously, you know, my hometown's Canberra, and we've got the most toxic air in the world at the moment, so it's pretty sad. All the families, firefighters, animals, everyone, you know, is losing homes, losing families. It's a real thing, and, you know, it's bigger than tennis, you know. So, yeah, it's tough.
Sorry. It's hard, mate. It's hard. We all feel it.
Enjoy Gopher men's and women's hockey with Cub Family 4-packs. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorns, and 4 sodas, plus $5 off $50 at Cub. Go to gophersports.com/Cub Family 4-pack.
1-0 is our score as Abigail Levy and the Mavericks set to return to the ice here in downtown Mankato. Mavericks with a couple of wins back in October against the Huskies, and then again officially the 2-2 tie a couple weeks ago. So it's been all Mavericks up to this point in the season, and again a couple wins behind the team in front of them as we just looked at the WCHA standings. Mavericks trying to keep pace, and here come the Huskies back onto the ice as well. Thoughts on the first period of play, Ruth Ann? The shots on goal, somewhat indicative. We definitely spent more time, it seemed like, in the Maverick offensive zone and more action out in front of the Huskies net.
Yeah, we did, and it just seems like St. Cloud is kind of in a shell. They're not pursuing the puck as aggressively as you might think they would at this point in time. So we'll see if the second period they come out a little bit more aggressive and pushing the Mavericks to make some plays a little bit quicker.
Got a moment here, something we can talk about in a couple of weeks. A really cool experience will happen here in Mankato because it's the 40th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice team. Of course, Mavericks head coach John Harrington, part of that team. Also on that team is the Wisconsin head coach Mark Johnson, and they're going to have an event on the Thursday night, February 6th, prior to that series with the Badgers in town. Not only those two guys, but Bill Baker, Dave Christensen, Mike Ramsey, Buzz Schneider. Opportunity to sit down, and I mean, the stories are going to be just epic of one of the most historic experiences any of us athletically have seen in our lifetimes.
I think we're so fortunate to have Coach Harrington here, and that he's willing to share that experience and bring his teammates here. And, you know, anyone that wants to join that event is able to do so. Again, like you said, it is Thursday, February 6th. It starts at 6:30. They're doing a social hour. Then they're going to have an awesome opportunity for like a panel discussion with Mike Sullivan leading that discussion. I think that, you know, anybody that wants to hear behind the scenes of Miracle on Ice 40-year anniversary from these guys should definitely contact msumavericks.com/miracle, and you can actually get the tickets right there on the website.
We'll mention that a few more times throughout our broadcast, and again, you just heard the website, but opportunity to hear from both of the coaches for Minnesota State and Wisconsin, some other their teammates from that 1980 team. And you know, they also, as Coach Harrington talked about, the fact that they do get periodically, at least once a year, get together. They have this dream team where they go back to Lake Placid with other individuals. That sounds like it'd be a great time to go back and get involved with that.
Oh, for sure. It sounds super fun. And he said, you know, there's people in their 70s out there skating around, and
there's still time for us then.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
Neither one of us are even close to that.
How many times have you been on the ice with full equipment?
Let's get back to live action here.
Okay, here we go.
Not very often, which is better yet. There's a spot for me here in the arena, and I'm where I need to be, nowhere near the bench. So the Mavericks, again, that 1-0 lead, and played here to the near side with King. King with the shot. That one is blocked. Herzog got a stick on it, but another good look and an opportunity for the Mavericks, bringing it into the zone. Mavericks trying to pick up where they left off back in the first period of play. We talked about statistics with the Mavericks out shooting. Pretty clean period of play. No penalties by either side. And again, really important. We talked about the importance of the specialty teams, but neither team giving one another an opportunity. The Mavericks actually coming into the contest, most penalized team in the WCHA, and St. Cloud State third in that statistic. So
I think that was why it was one of the keys to stay out of the box, right?
Indeed so, yeah. Bobbick out in front. Here's a chance and a great look, and armed aside. Blusny with maybe her best save of the night to keep this at a 1-0 game. There's a shot through the crease. Played to the near side. Ackervik. You know, Ruth Ann, we talked about it during the pregame portion of the broadcast. Both these teams offensively, there's no denying, they're struggling. You get a couple goals on the board, it's going to be tough for the other team to come back. That next goal right now looms rather large for either one of these clubs, whoever can get it.
Absolutely.
That's going to be whistled down with a hand pass. But again, when you're really struggling to try to score goals, it doesn't seem like much. But the Mavericks, if they could get to two, as you take a look, Pointer, that was a really dangerous look that deep into the slot. And Blusny made an excellent save on the play.
She did.
Newland will step for the draw for the Huskies along with Fleming.
Face-offs are so important, Don. I don't know if you see this on the men's side of the strategy behind it, but you cover a lot of these games, and teams take so much time in dictating where they want that puck to go off that face-off, and then challenging, if they don't win it, what to do next.
Well, we certainly talk a lot about it when it comes to the special teams, and if you're in the zone and you lose the draw, it really can be a killer. But yeah, you know, you get that face-off in here. You know, the Mavericks been in the zone now for an extended time, even though the Huskies won the last one. It's one of those statistics that probably is not talked about nearly enough, just that puck possession.
Exactly.
Newland the other way. Here comes a chance, and a nice job. Wilgren sprawls on the ice to poke it away from Rasmussen. Wilgren, such a strong player here for the Mavericks during her time wearing the purple horns. Fleming. Truax in the corner.
Nice cycling. Oh, just a miss there, but they've got the right idea to continue to cycle in that corner.
Fleming does a nice job to hold the boards out in front. Budarak fires one wide. Hickey on the far side will pick it up, and nice job. Oh, I thought Truax was going to be able to hold the zone, but they whistle it down and say the puck came off the line. Here's another look at that play by Wilgren.
Nice defensive play, nice back check.
And better yet, she gets up on her skates quick and picks off the pass behind the net.
Right.
Is able to carry out. That's, you know, it doesn't.
Where's the puck going next? She was there.
It looks so subtle, but boy, those are really important, especially for a team trying to get back. The Mavericks, ironically, they haven't been here on the home ice for almost 2 months. So you need to generate something as England takes that shot, backhanded behind the net by Ozo. England in on net, and Luzny is there for that save. Another opportunity for the face-off in the zone. You've been involved with a lot of these in-state rivalry games, whether it's here in Mankato, St. Cloud, UMD, up at Bemidji State. I mean, they're all important, obviously, but players know in the back of their mind, this is a big in-state game here.
Absolutely. Well, the WCHA is such a strong league. Like, every time you go up against an opponent, it's going to be a tough fight. And to have 5 teams within this state compete every single weekend is pretty unique.
Yeah, and the statement about the strength of the conference that you just mentioned, you got 5 teams ranked in the top 10. You just simply do not have a night off in this conference.
Absolutely not.
Budarak drops it in the corner. Played now to the near side by Thiessen. Theodopoulos is able to clear, but the Mavericks will quickly turn things around in neutral ice. Bryant trying to get it into the zone. Theodopoulos has it played to center ice. Here comes Klug. Truax is there defensively for the Mavericks. Head for Pointer. Off a skate between the circles. And it's going to be dumped all the way down the ice. That one will go in on net, so we will not have icing. In fact, Levy covered up. She was actually just going to sweep it aside, but a quick whistle there. And we'll take a face-off in the zone. And we'll take a break as well. 5 are gone here in the second period. 1-0 Mavericks are scoring.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota, and Fox Sports Go is streaming the full slate of high school and college action, presented by Toyota. Stream both outdoor high school showdowns, plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies, all day Saturday on Fox Sports Go.
Bundle up for Hockey Day with a Great Lakes limited edition Hockey Day sweatshirt, scarf, or hat, and show off the same styles as our Fox Sports North talent. Buy yours at foxsports.com/north/HockeyDayMN.
Weekends were made for the outdoors. And Fox Sports North gets you ready for all of your outdoor adventures.
Oh, that was cool, huh?
Every Saturday and Sunday morning, tune in for great tips and learn new techniques from the pros as they explore some of the best locations around. We are your home for outdoor adventure. We are Fox Sports North Outdoors. Every Saturday and Sunday morning. For the complete schedule, log on to foxsportsnorth.com.
We were just talking about that man's Olympic team from 1980, John Harrington. And that event coming up on February 6th. And we'll get you some more information a couple more times as we go along in the evening. Hooked into the zone. Wilgren will have to come back and make a play for Minnesota State. She'll carry to center ice. Played onto the far side. Bobick with a shot that is blocked. Condes will just tap it into an open corner for Bobick. Oker's behind the net.
It feels like the Mavericks are on a power play. And I feel like that's because St. Cloud is playing such a passive kind of a zone defense. Can you see that, Don, where they're not applying a lot of pressure.
They're pretty content if you keep it on the perimeter. They'll kind of let you skate around and hold puck possession.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're protecting what we would call the house. They're protecting that middle area, and they're letting the Mavericks control the puck.
Charlotte Akervik with another shot. That one misses here on the near side. Mariah Gardner played to the far side. Out in front, Karam's wide. Gardner one more time with it. That one is teed up and tipped wide by King out in front off the shot by Akervik.
Trying to do a little give and go.
Yeah, trying to feed Gardner, breaking in. Comes all the way back, and Akervik has to come back into her own zone to play it. Anthony for Gardner between the circles, drop pass. Emily Anthony, oh, that was a really good look down low and a quick glove by Luzny.
She's tracking the puck well.
She was going to go top shelf with that one on the near corner. But sooner or later, the Mavericks, you get those kind of opportunities despite a save percentage for Luzny that's up just under 92% on the season. Just saw a quick look at Coach Steve McDonald, again, first-year head coach, behind the bench for the Huskies. Bigham dumped into the zone, and she's in a race for it along with Lindsay Howard. Newland unable to control things as she was trying to play out of the corner. Has it on a backhand nonetheless. To the far side, Rasmussen. Up on top, Peyton Geyer sends one wide. Out into the slot and cleaned up. Bryant unable to carry it out of the zone for the Mavericks nonetheless. Geyer played to the far side. Bouncing puck as the shot came from Bates, and that one's going to be played with a hand pass. And the Mavericks are going to have to keep those skaters on the ice and take a face-off in their own zone. 12:16 left to go, near the halfway point of the contest. Mavericks still out shooting the Huskies by a margin of 19-9 at this point. Just a 1-0 score against Cedarburg. Back in the first from Fleming, and Iozo gave us the assist on the play. Off the glass, bouncing puck, and here come the Mavericks. They'll have numbers into the zone. Truax, she has Bryant on the near side. Truax, score! Oh, wow. Truax, nice bouncing puck at neutral ice, came into the zone on a 2-on-1 break, and she found a little room to work with and buries the puck to put the Mavericks up 2-0.
That was fantastic, and you know, it was great because the defenseman took the pass just like she should. So the shot is going to go right here. Truax finds the net.
7:56, the time of the goal. And ironically for Truax, it's now her 5th goal of the season. 4 of them are here against the Huskies. She had 2 again back, in the series in October. Now, granted, 1 last week, the 3-on-3 that technically doesn't count, but now the 1 here. Sometimes players, you just have that team that for whatever reason things seem to click against and you're able to put up some pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Fleming gets the lone assist on the play, so Britton Fleming has a couple of points tonight, assisting on both of the Maverick goals. Again, Truax from Fleming. It's 7:56. Truax her 5th of the season officially, and it's the Mavericks with a 2-0 lead. Oh, they had an opportunity out in front. Theodosopoulos was there, but that pass was broken up. Olker's the other way. Quickly turned around. Kim Larova ahead, trying to feed one to Theodosopoulos. Olker's now for Minnesota State. Rink wide on the pass to Anthony. She also tries a quick shot from the circle that's blocked. Gardner unable to control the rebound. Truax is there to hold it into the zone. Anthony back for Gardner. She was looking to feed a pass on the near side for King breaking in, but that one is broken up by the Huskies. Levy behind her own net. Newland trying to gather up puck possession. Here comes Rasmussen, quick shot, and Levy has to make a stick save. Things starting to pick up here a little bit with the intensity, Ruthann.
I do like the physicality of this.
Okay. Well, we heard about all your penalty minutes a while ago.
Yeah, they're trying to stay out of the box. So these are clean little rub outs on the boards. This is good. It's okay to be a little bit more physical.
Huskies with some numbers down low, but they never really got puck possession as the Mavericks maybe broke out a bit too early. And here comes Cedarburg. Spins away from the check. She just holds on to the puck as the Mavericks are in a bit of a change. Now it'll be carried out by Klug.
Nice back check here.
Long lead pass. Here comes Anthony with King on the near side. Oh, and a nice job there.
Great idea, right? She had her wide open. It's tough to get through, though.
Hansen with that little skate defensively does a nice job to break up that pass.
Yep.
Akervik. Left off now for King. Out in front, and pass intended for Anthony, but again, Olivia Hansen's there to break up that play. Akervik. Fleming with a couple of assists.
Nice
Can she get a third?
passing.
No, that one is broken up. There's on either side drop, and Fleming has it along the goal line. Fleming plays it down low. Bryant to the far side. Theodosopoulos will carry out for the
Very
Huskies.
nice back check. And we're back on the offensive side of things.
Bryant trying to feed one down low for Blemming. It's broken up. Bryant gets it one more time. Brooke Bryant up on top for Condas, who just taps it into an open corner. Klug will carry things out for the Huskies, working against Wilgren defensively, and now we're going to get a penalty on the play against the Mavericks. That shot and a score.
Nice pass. Great one-timer on the delayed penalty as they were trying to pull their goalie and get an extra player out there. No need for that. It's all tied up here.
Himlerova, I think will get credit for the goal as it was a slapper on the far side.
There it is.
Yep, she just tees one up and is able to sneak one past Levy at 11:32. Officials talking things over.
It's a nice shot.
Your short side there on the glove side to sneak it past.
Yep.
If it stands for him, Larova would be her team leading 15th point of the season. Again, she came in leading all freshmen in the WCHA in points.
Looks like there's a little discrepancy going on right now, Don.
Yeah, officials over right now. Officials for tonight is assigned by the WCHA. Mike Paulson and Denny Schulte are the referees. Aaron Novell and Eric Sandkey are the linesmen. But right now it's the discussion in front of the Maverick bench, and you see Coach Harrington in there getting the explanation. They haven't posted the goal yet, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on.
He's questioning it, and I'm not sure what that would be.
It's a big call at this point because the Mavericks had started to gain some momentum, but got a little loose in their defensive zone, and the Huskies made them pay.
Now he's
still unsure what the stoppage is for. And are they going to climb into the box and take a look at it?
They're going under review.
Yeah. I'm not sure at this. Here's the slap shot from the face-off circle by Hilmanova that is the goal as we see it.
If there's a wider angle, I wonder if it was something with too many men. Did they have someone jump or something? That's the only thing I can think of, is because the goaltender did not reach the bench yet. I don't know what else there would have been there.
They're going to bring over
Oh.
for the penalty. This is Lindsey Howard into the box. Again, all this coming with 8:28 left to go in the second period. We're at a 2-0 score, but the Huskies appear to have just cut into that lead. But again, now the officials checking things over on the replay. And that might be an explanation, is were there too many men, because if they got the extra tackle out into the zone before the goalie had gotten off the bench, especially here in the second when you have the long change, that could happen.
Right.
There you see what we thought appeared to be the penalty. There you'll see the official's arm go up right away.
Right.
And that actually looked like it was Wilgren on the check against Klug on the play. They're going to count it as a goal. Lynn brings things over, and again, call not going the Mavericks' way, and so the Huskies have come back pretty quickly to cut into that lead. And now it stands 2-1. Mavericks still on top, but again, we're waiting for the official call, but we believe it was Himlerova getting the goal, which would have been her 5th of the season. They're bringing Howard over, but as we saw in the replay, I was wondering how Howard got in.
Now they're putting the correct player in the box here.
Wilgren was the player on the infraction. So the extra attacker goal will stand, and now the Huskies get the benefit of the full 2 minutes on the power play. So now we're still going to have more discussion. This one's taking a little bit of time at this point. Mavericks right now just beyond the halfway point of the contest, out shooting St. Cloud State 20-11, but that last shot by Huskies and Himlerova making again a 2-1 lead.
With the assist going to number 7, Taylor Lind, and number 17, Laura
Klug and Lind getting the assist on the goal. Tripping officially is going to be the call on Wilgren, so now we're all caught up on the stat sheet. And again, Huskies with a golden opportunity after having just scored to tie this contest up. Newland, Herzog to the far side, score! Shot coming from the point. It was delivered by Olivia Savard. Now, if it was tipped out in front, we don't know, but it doesn't really matter if you're a Husky fan. Your team with a couple of quick goals, both with extra attackers on the ice. And it's a 2-2 contest. You saw Rasmussen out in front. Don't know if she tipped it, Ruthann?
I cannot tell from this angle. Maybe we'll see that one more time.
Time of that goal will get posted at 11:50. And just as quickly as the Mavericks had jumped out to the 2-0 lead, boy, we get there's a big shot in on net. Officials in there pretty quickly to talk about that. But we'll take a break. And again, a couple of quick goals by the Huskies. And we're knotted up 2 apiece in Mankato.
Gerton's delivers your best price, biggest selection for winter grilling. Free assembly, delivery, and financing on Weber, Traeger, and Big Green Eggs, $3.99 and up. Nothing's better than winter grilling. Start with the experts at Gerton's.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at CaribouCoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis youth hockey.
Don Westfall along with Ruth Ann Cantile. You're taking a look at a St. Cloud State Husky bench A little bit of momentum, obviously, on the Husky bench at this point after having dropped a couple of goals to the Mavericks. They've come back with 2 goals of their own.
They always say 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey, right? And now we're back to
brand new contest.
It is.
Yeah, Savard does get credit for the goal. Was just able to pick that up from the public address announcer. Assists on the play to Herzog and Newland, and again at 11:50 to knock the score up at 2. Hilmanova with the first goal in the period for the Huskies behind the net. Hickey in the corner, kicked away from her. Olkers, drop pass now. Mavericks still in the zone. Bobick, and that's going to go down probably as an icing call, as Bobick was trying to hit a player out of the zone. Looked like she was trying to get one to Akravic, but the Mavericks will have to take the face-off back in their own zone. Game of momentum very quickly on that
I was going to say, the Mavericks need to pick it back up again. This is coming out a little flat here.
Jackson on the far side will play it out of the zone. Bates turns things around for the Huskies, ahead for Geyer. Newland with the assist on the last goal. Olkers with the screen out in front. Rebound up high, and it's picked down, put on the ice by Bobick. Wilgren in the slot, puts one down low, trying to feed one to Olkers. Britton Fleming. Newland in on the play. Rasmussen unable to control that pass off the boards. Caroms off a couple of bodies between the circle. Loose puck.
Nice battle there, keeping it in.
Tapped out now, and Wilgren plays it for Minnesota State. Loose puck. Newland has it. Swept along into the near corner. Biggin is there to play it, but a couple of Mavericks converge on the play. Tatum Geyer behind her own net, played to the far side for Bates. Long lead pass out of the zone, does not connect. Kundas and the Mavericks are into the zone with England. That shot into the glove of Emma Blusny, and she'll take the save. Take another face-off in the circle.
Well, we're looking for a little bit more pizzazz here, right? A little bit more creativity, I think, offensively would be nice.
Mavericks have another one of those important face-offs in the zone. Boy, they just seem to have things going all their way, and goals less than 20 seconds apart. Here come the Huskies one more time. Lydia Spar was trailing on the play, but that was kind of broken up on the drop pass to her. Wiley will hold at the point. Spar in the corner. Anthony on the far side, and actually Wilgren gets there first. Now a long lead pass. Here come the Mavericks, 2-on-1. King with the trailer. King score! I thought King might, after drawing the defensive player over, might have done the drop pass, but another goal on a 2-on-1 break off the initial player breaking into the zone. King this time converts.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see where they'll draw that defenseman over and slide it to their player coming in trailing. Instead, she just decided, I'm gonna shoot that puck. Hopefully she'll get the rebound for me if I don't bury it right away, and it only took one shot.
King scoring her 4th of the season. She came in trailing Himlarova as far as tied for 2nd in the WCHA with freshman points. Anthony getting one of the assists on the play. We'll have to pick the other one up at a later time. Here come the Huskies back, and the drop pass for Klug doesn't connect. Things have really started to open up here for two teams that have not scored a lot of goals. I don't know if it's a credit to a little bit of their offensive play. I would imagine both coaches saying they're playing a little looser defensively than they would like to see.
Absolutely. Mavericks keep coming right back at them here.
Truex with the shot. That's blocked by Hansen out in front. He played out of the zone. Cedarburg is there. Buderak will carry it into the zone for Minnesota State. Lost the puck, played out and carried out of the zone by Theodosopoulos. Huskies are going to go off on a line change as we're inside 4 minutes remaining in the second. After just one goal in the first, we've seen things open up here. Both teams with a couple of goals in the second to take what was a 1-0 game and now a 3-2 lead for the Mavericks. Truex on the far side for Buderak. Drop pass. Here comes Fleming. Fleming and Oakers into the zone. Fleming with a quick shot.
She had that patience, right? She was hoping that she'd break free and then she could slide it over to her.
I like the fact, too, she was using Geyer as a little bit of a screen out.
You got it, yeah. Good patience, just didn't pan out.
Mavericks with the shot on net. Save is made. We'll take a face-off in the zone. When we come back, it's a 3-2 game with 3:19 left in the second.
This is the state of hockey, where the game is intense.
Polito delivers a heavy hit.
The action is exhilarating.
Stahl scores!
And the passion runs deep.
Score! Zach Parisi on the deflection. Saved by Dubnik.
Wild hockey all season long on Fox Sports North and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
John Harrington and the Mavericks, 1-goal lead here late in the second period of play. But was a 2-2 tie after Himmler-Over and Spar scored for the Huskies. Goal a few moments ago by King on a 2-on-1 break, making it a 3-2 contest. Wilgren, Howard to the far side, nice pass,
Great
a good
pass. Nicely done. If we could just find a rebound on one of those, or if it find the back of the net, we keep hitting right in the chest.
Oakers comes over to acknowledge what was a really nice pass on the ice. Easy to play pass from Lindsey Howard.
Absolutely. Nice Z pass. Couple in a row.
Another face-off in the Husky zone that the Mavericks will control. Howard off the boards into the corner. Madison Oakers tracks it down, trying to feed Pointer out in
Those
front.
backhand blind passes drive most coaches crazy.
Bigham with a 2-on-1 break the other way, and that shot is blocked as she had Rasmussen on the near side.
They're an instant breakout for the other team, which we just saw.
Howard fighting for the puck, and now Pointer will come up, play it out. Oakers off her stick into the corner. Kenzie Wiley is back for St. Cloud State. And we're going to get a penalty behind the play, and that's a cross-checking call. And it looks like Rasmussen is going to go at 17:31, first penalty of the night for St. Cloud State. Mavericks with their first power play opportunity on the night.
Yeah, we should see some great puck movement. Like I said, when we were even strength, the Mavericks were able to move it around the perimeter. Now if they can penetrate the net, should have a nice power play goal opportunity.
Not sure if that was the call, but Rasmussen in the box on the cross-checking call. Mavericks on the season, 7 for 56 on the power play, 12.5%, fifth place in the WCHA. Penalty kill for St. Cloud State, about 84% on the year. They've killed off all but 9 of the opponent's 69 opportunities. That shot did not miss by much on the far side by King, but the carom is all the way out back into the Maverick zone. King now Gardner. Gardner will just drive it in. Anthony in a race for the puck with Herzog. Played back for King. Anthony out in front. There's the opportunity. I don't think that necessarily Gardner got as much of the shot as she wanted to, but a really good look on that pass from Anthony behind the goal line.
She was ready for it. She just lost a little bit of momentum going towards the shot.
Take another look at that play. Well, this was the earlier play on that nice pass. And there's the drop pass we just saw, and again,
That's a nice angle to see it from.
out in front once again, and a lot of traffic forces Emma Luzny to just kind of hold on to the puck. Mavericks are still 1:05 left to go in the man advantage. Bates along the boards. Mavericks dig it out with Fleming. Condas, Fleming one more time, and the Mavericks will get set up on the power play. Bryant out in front, looking for Budarak on a one-timer. Theodosopoulos unable to clear as a couple Mavericks converge on here, pulled out by Bryant. Condas down low for Fleming. Fleming up on top. Condas out in front. There's Bryant trying to get the one-timer, and kind of a little bit of a knuckler in on net.
I liked what she was doing there, too. She was on top of the crease, and then as the puck moved down low, she'd move to the high slot. So that's a really nice spot, and then she was able to do a nice opportunity for a one-timer in the event.
See, inside a minute remaining here in the second. Huskies win that draw, but they're unable to clear as Truax is there. Wiley, another opportunity, but the Mavericks hold. Played now for Wilgren, who has it on a backhand. She'll try to bring it out in front. Poked away from her. King with some traffic. We'll just play it down along the goal line. Anthony for King. Just 5 seconds left in the power play. Anthony out in front. Quick snapper, and that one is blocked. And they're going to have Rasmussen get out of the box right away. Perfect timing. Here's a break for the Huskies. And then Rasmussen maybe didn't see Bingham breaking down between the circles.
I don't think she did. She was worried about that cutback, which she did very nicely, but then ended up just shooting towards the net and near miss.
Mavericks don't convert on the power play. 10 seconds left in the period. One last opportunity as Anthony will tee one up. Another glove save by Paluzny, and the Mavericks will get a late face-off here in the second. Olkers will step in for a pretty important draw along with Newland for the Huskies. Mavericks get it, played back to the point. Wilgren will tee up a shot. Oh, and that did not miss by much on the far side. Dangerous opportunity there for the Mavericks and Wilgren. But as it is, it's still a one-goal game as we're down to 2 periods of play from Mankato. Again, for the Mavericks in the period, scores from Truax and King on goals, either side of goals from the Huskies, Visvar and Himlanova. Our score after 40 minutes of hockey, it's Minnesota State 3, St. Cloud State 2 from downtown Mankato.
When it was time to go from great to greater, we went with the Pilot. Because even when it's time to uproot, you never forget where you came from. Life is better with a Honda.
Upgrade to a new Pilot for only $369 per month. Visit GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Go for Hockey is great for the whole family, and you can get in on the action with Cub Family 4-packs. Enjoy select men's and women's Go for Hockey home games throughout the 2019-2020 season. 4-packs include 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorns, and 4 sodas, plus $5 off a $50 purchase at Cub. Go to gophersports.com/Cub Family 4-pack to get your Cub Family 4-pack today.
Eyes down, head up, tuck those elbows, kid. If your starting position is off, you're just gonna be a mess. Hey, look at me now. 1, 2, 3, flip. It's a disaster.
Life is more than just good in the Twin Cities, it's better, especially with Honda's award-winning Pilot. It's an IIHS top safety pick, giving you better value than the competition. Find great deals on a new Pilot at GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Saturday, Hockey Day Minnesota hits the ice. Join us at 9 a.m. for a full day of action, featuring a pair of both high school and college showdowns, plus the Wild's battle with the Stars. It all starts Saturday at 9 on Hockey Day Minnesota.
When he's not manning the blue line in the state of hockey, he's soaking in the sunny skies and beautiful beaches of Southern California. Step inside Greg Patteran's off-season world on Becoming Wild, presented by Toyota on Fox Sports North.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato, where the score is 3-2. Your Minnesota State Mavericks are leading the Huskies of St. Cloud State. I'm Marissa Voss, and I am joined by number 26 junior defenseman Tristan Truex. Tristan, what a beautiful goal in the middle of the second period. What went into such a needed goal?
I don't even know. We've been practicing all week on just shooting the puck and shooting it hard and shooting it to score, not just to get it on net. So I think that was just going through my mind, and I think I blacked out when I scored. So
There's one period of play left in this game. What do you have to do to hold the Huskies and take that W?
I think just keep battling. You know, we're taking the body and we're getting in the corners and we're not giving up. You know, we're not usually the best in the third periods, but we sure are going to battle this period.
Thanks, Tristan. Good luck in the third.
Thanks.
Coming back after break, Kevin Beisman, Athletic Director, joins me as we discuss everything MSU athletics. You're watching WCHA Hockey on Fox Sports North.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota with a full slate of high school and college action presented by Toyota. Catch 2 outdoor high school showdowns plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies. All day Saturday, presented by Toyota.
50 feet wide, 94 feet long, 22 feet 1 3/4 inches, 10 feet high. College basketball is back. Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries. College basketball all season long.
This is by far the sorriest display I've ever seen. Did you forget everything you've learned? Were you just flailing around? You're never gonna make it with these skills.
Single-day tickets for Hockey Day Minnesota presented by Wells Fargo are on sale now. Enjoy high school, women's, and NHL alumni games January 16th through 18th at Parade Stadium. Get your tickets now at wild.com/hockeyday.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato, in between intermissions here between your Minnesota State Mavericks and the St. Cloud Huskies. I'm Marissa Voss, and I am joined by Athletic Director Kevin Beisman. Kevin, there's been a lot of successes here within the fall sports. I mean, you have the football team making a run for their national championship down in Texas. You've got young guns like Jenny Vetter helping that women's team get to the playoffs and the extension of the bubble. Can you just go into the successes of these fall sports and how it promotes the programs?
Yeah, it was certainly an exciting fall for us, as you mentioned. Soccer program and the football program making deep runs, sports bubble coming online, and really kind of playing into the late postseason success of both of those programs. Kind of starting with soccer, we hosted the regional championships, and the weather conditions put us in a position where we actually had to move inside, and we're able to kickstart the use of the dome by having regional championship games in there, and it was really fun to see everybody come together. Those were scheduled to be outside until Thursday evening, and then sort of on the fly had to shift gears and move things inside and play 2 regional championships on Friday afternoon, and then Friday evening the Mavericks captured the Central Region Championship over Central Missouri, and that was a lot of fun. And of course, the football team, as you mentioned, going down to McKinney, Texas, just an unbelievable experience for our student athletes. Fell just a little short, but a great run, 15-1 or 14-1 season. And regional champions as well, and just a lot of fun. And we just had a ribbon cutting for the sports dome, and that's full of activity as our student athletes and our students return to campus, and lots of great things going on our side of the hill.
Sounds like a lot of great things. And also another great thing with this hockey program, it is growing each and every year. And a huge component to that is the head coach, John Harrington. He's a positive catalyst for this team. So can you just talk about his successes and how he gets this team a little bit better each and every day?
Well, John brings a lot to the table, and in terms of his reputation, is something that certainly helped bring credibility to the Minnesota State program, and we continue to see it grow each and every year under his direction and leadership, and really like where we're headed, the trajectory of the program. He's bringing an incredible level of talent in each year, and that's helping us compete in what's arguably the most challenging conference in the country in terms of women's collegiate hockey, the most accomplished in terms of the WCHA, and it's hard to get a foothold, but John certainly has it moving in the right direction, and as I said, we've been able to kind of take advantage of his legacy. As a member of the 1980 U.S. Olympic team, and build on that legacy, and that reputation has certainly helped us, and it's something that we hope to leverage here in an upcoming fundraising event.
Yeah, speaking of that fundraising event, we're going right into that question. That is an event that is held Thursday, February 6th here at the Mayo Clinic Health Systems Event Center. You have John Harrington, and you also have Mark Johnson and a couple other 1980s team members here at the event center for a lot of fun. Can you just go into how people can get involved in that and what else that entails?
Yeah, it's going to be a real fun night. It's the 40th anniversary year of that 1980 miracle in Lake Placid that was, later made famous in a Disney movie. It's interesting as John relates to a younger generation that wasn't around, for that 1980 Olympics. They've seen the movie, though, and they ask Coach a lot of times, did that really happen? Is that the way it worked out? And really, this event is about that. It's bringing, Coach Harrington and Coach Johnson, who those two meet on the bench later that weekend as Wisconsin comes to town. It'll be a fun weekend. As you mentioned, several of the other teammates are coming in. Great fundraising event, for Maverick women's hockey. And for more information on that, you can check msumavericks.com. It's going to be a really fun night. A very unique experience to have these Olympians come back and kind of sort out what's fact and what's fiction relative to their experience with the 1980 Olympics.
Sounds like a ton of fun. Oh my gosh. And speaking of student athletes, which you kind of mentioned a little bit in there, it's not just being an athlete, it's also being a student, caring about your academic education, and also being a part of this MSU community. Can you go in to talk about, some of the successes that maybe people don't realize with being an athlete and being in the community and outside of sports?
Yeah, really, our program is branded as Building Champions, and we look at ways to sort of validate, that branding in terms of what they're doing, not only competitively, and we talked a lot about the successes that we've enjoyed this fall, and we hope to continue those through the winter and into the spring, but also what they're doing. You know, when we talk about building champions, we're not just talking about that competitive success. We're talking about, you know, being champions both in sport and in life, and what they're doing not only competitively but in the community and the classroom as well. And to validate that, you have to have the proof points. And you know, our student athletes are very active in the community in terms of backpack food program, and with the Kiwanis Holiday Lights, they had a big role in the setup and teardown of that. Reading programs in the elementary and those types of things. Almost 4,000 hours of community service, you know, annually from our student athletes, and we're very proud of their engagement and what they're doing to build that relationship in the community and to draw fans to their games by creating those partnerships and relationships throughout the community. And then we just got the academic report for the fall. You know, just an amazing accomplishment, a cumulative GPA of 3.26, almost 38% of our student athletes on the Dean's List. Just incredible numbers, just up and down the line, you know, in terms of what each and every program is doing in the classroom, and just very, very proud of it. It starts with our coaches, and they do just an awesome job of identifying student athletes that are committed and going to be able to get it done, you know, in the classroom and bring in the right kind of people into the program.
Sounds like they are not only excelling in their sports, but outside of it in the classroom. Thank you so much for your time, Kevin. That was Director of Athletics, Kevin Biden, here talking about everything MSU. Coming back after break, we've got more content from your Minnesota State Mavericks women's team's hockey. Stay tuned, guys.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota, and Fox Sports Go is streaming the full slate of high school and college action, presented by Toyota. Stream both outdoor high school showdowns, plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies, all day Saturday on Fox Sports Go.
Bundle up for Hockey Day with a Great Lakes limited edition Hockey Day sweatshirt, scarf, or hat, and show off the same styles as our Fox Sports North talent. Buy yours at foxsports.com/north/HockeyDayMN.
We're bringing baseball back. It's time to officially kick off the 2020 Twins season with a weekend packed full of fun at Target Field. Join us at Twins Fest, January 24th and 25th, to celebrate our favorite hometown team. There will be over 40 current, former, and future players for autograph sessions, as well as some new experiences, including an escape room and Bomba Land. Twins Fest is presented by Quick Trip, and all proceeds benefit the Minnesota Twins Community Fund. Warm up your winter and help us kick off the Twins season.
Meadow Ridge Farms Birdseed, freshest local premium brand. Attract more birds with Black Oil Sunflower. 40-pound bag, sale price $15.99. Wild Birdseed 40-pound bag for just $10.99. Meadow Ridge Farms at your Wild Bird headquarters, Gertens and Spikes.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available on the GMC Sierra. Ring in the new year with 0% financing for 72 months on 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance on Denali.
Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at CaribouCoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis youth hockey.
Obviously, you know, my hometown's Canberra, and we've got the most toxic air in the world at the moment, so it's pretty sad. All the families, firefighters, animals, everyone, you know, is losing homes, losing families. It's a real thing, and, you know, it's bigger than tennis, you know. So, yeah, it's tough.
Sorry. It's hard, mate. It's hard. We all feel it.
There is nothing like college hockey, and there is no place quite like Detroit. Don't believe us? See for yourself. Come see Detroit. Come see the Frozen Four. Tickets on sale now.
No matter matter if it's new ideas or old friends, the new Civic supports our journey. It's got tools for makers and more and keeps us mobile all season long. Life is better with a Honda.
Upgrade to a new Civic for only $199 a month. Visit GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Life is more than just good in the Twin Cities. It's better, especially with Honda's award-winning Civic. It's a KBB.com Best Buy, giving you better value than the competition. Find great deals on the new Civic at GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Just underway with the third period of play. WCHA action here on Fox Sports North this evening. Minnesota State Mavericks on top of the Huskies from St. Cloud State by a margin of 3-2 as we get underway with the third. Mavericks already with 2 wins on the season against these Huskies to go along with a tie. Look to keep that record unblemished as far as a loss, but the Huskies coming back with a couple goals there. We were tied 2-2 halfway. At the second period of play after the Mavericks had jumped out to a 2-0 lead on goals by Cedarberg and Truex, Himlamova and Svar came back, tied it halfway through the second, but then a goal by King just a couple minutes later. Anthony and Wilgren were assisting on that go-ahead goal as it stands at 14:53 for King, her 4th of the season. And again, the Mavericks 3-2 leaders here into the third. Wilgren played on the near side. Condis left off for Britton Fleming. Budarak with a shot that was blocked out in front by Hansen. Hansen defensively has blocked a number of shots here on the evening. Had 5 blocks last weekend in the series against the Gophers. Might have that many just in a single game here over the first 2 periods. Bingham way up on top. Herzog off a skate with Wilgren. Rasmussen on the far side trying to feed one, but it's broken up in the Mavericks with Anthony. Quick pass back from Gardner. She'll carry to center ice. Poked away. Mavericks will have to come back now with Jordan Jackson. Jackson's pass broken up at the line. Lind. Low angle shot, and that one is off the shoulder of Levy to the far side. Wilgren will pick up a loose puck. Played off the stick of Anthony out to center ice. Hannah Bates is back. Off the skate of Spar. Akervik has it. Charlotte Akervik for Gardner and the Mavericks with numbers are into the zone. Too far on the lead pass for Elkers, who puts it behind the net. Jackson at the point puts one off a skate of Lind. Bouncing puck, Mavericks will have it. Lay down for Gardner at the face-off circle. Cleaned up now in front of the net by Spar. Lind will come back. Spar is there, unable to corral it, and the Mavericks dump it back into the zone. Theodosopoulos is back for the Huskies. Howard comes back defensively there for the Mavericks. Wilgren with the lead pass. Olkers. Bobick is in the corner. Poked away from her and pulled out by Haig. Katie Dietert at center ice for St. Cloud State. Dumps one in. Howard with the backhand.
Trying to stretch the zone there. Didn't quite make it to her.
Loose puck is picked up by Howard. Wilgren carries into the zone. Now Danielle England. And St. Cloud State will come out with a bit of a 2-on-1 break. Played down low and hops right over the stick of Heimler-Rova as she and Klug had a pretty good opportunity. Now it's England back the other way for the Mavericks. Fleming, Ioza was kind of tied up defensively on the play by Theodosopoulos. Klug, and that one's broken up by Cedarburg. Things starting to open up here end to end. Out in front, cleaned up nicely defensively on the play by Truex. Played out of the zone, so Huskies are going to have to clear. 4.5 gone in the third. Fleming will bring it in. Newland now has it the other way as the Mavericks are going to go off and complete a line change. Near side for Hansen, but she can't control things. Anthony got onside, still in the zone. Emily
transition there for the
down low.
Mavericks.
Here's a drop pass.
Great chance.
Mariah Gardner with a pretty good look and a nice play by Anthony. She's been pretty effective with those drop passes tonight. Truex skates around one defender, and then that shot is either off a skate or off the glove up into the net, but a good look by Truex, who already has a goal in the contest tonight.
She's got some amazing hands, huh, Don?
Very quick. We'll take our first break of the third. Still 3-2 as you're watching WCHA Hockey on Fox Sports North.
Where's Danny? Where'd he go?
The 2020 Nissan Rogue with available Nissan Safety Shield 360. This is all-around protection. Now get a low $199 per month lease on the 2020 Rogue or the 2020 Nissan Altima.
Back at the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center in Mankato, where the Mavericks of Minnesota State enjoying the 3-2 lead. Cedarburg with the score!
That's the celebration.
A very flamboyant celebration after goal. Cedarburg's got a couple goals here tonight, and the Mavericks back out to a 2-goal lead.
We'll watch it here again. Nice draw.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about the importance of the face-offs in the zone, yeah?
Yeah, right out to the point. She puts it to the net. First shot. Once again, bit of five home. That celebration goes down in the books, though. That was pretty creative.
She's going to tell you she meant to do it the whole time.
Right.
Cedarburg with a couple of goals here tonight. This one right off the face-off, 5:05. You heard it clank just off the post. And the Mavericks on top 4-2. Second goal of the season for Cedarburg. Gardner and Anthony getting the assist on the play.
Many times young kids, once they start to raise the puck, they always want to shoot high from the point. And it's so important to keep it low. As you can see, that's how goals are scored, whether it's on the first shot or those rebounds.
Anthony with that assist, that's her second assist. She's been assisting on both of the last couple goals for the Mavericks. Played off, stick out, center ice. Bates misfires on the first attempt to put it in the zone. Olker's back the other way with the rink-wide pass. Buderick. Bouncing puck is going to come all the way in on net. And Belusny is going to cover up. Got a quick whistle, the benefit of that. And the Mavericks will take another face-off in the zone. We saw how dangerous those can be the last time we were in this situation.
Absolutely.
Again, both clubs back in WCHA action next weekend as the Mavericks will travel to Bemidji State on Friday and Saturday, same nights that this St. Cloud State Husky team will be hosting UMD. Fleming off the boards, tries to play it in the corner, but it's broken up, and now at center ice, Himlerova. Akravic is in the corner, unable to force it behind a couple of players. Lind dumps one in. Himlarova with a goal tonight. Poked away from her. Budarak carried out by Akravic, and now Bryant. She'll dump it to the far side. Fleming with a couple of assists tonight, but she is offside on play. Fleming coming in, one of two Mavericks with 7 points to lead the Mavericks against this Husky team in career scoring. She had 7 points, so did Anthony, and not a shock, both of those have 2 more assists here tonight. It's just the irony again of some players, like we talked about Truex scoring. Some players just have that knack, have that number, and find a way to get involved in the scoring column. Wiley tied up on the play. Near side Anthony behind the net. Gardner out in front trying to feed one for King. That got redirected. Anthony will track down the rebound. Hooked away from her. Rasmussen will dig things out. She'll carry, now played out to center ice for Newland. Newland on a backhand. Hooked away from her by Jackson. Out in front, no one was home for the Huskies. It's played to the near side, picked up by Anthony, who clears. Bigham comes back. Down inside 12.5 left to go in the third. Howard picks up pass. She lost the edge. Newland will try to get there, but nice job by Truex to come back and help out defensively. Loose puck there as Newland had poked it away. Himlarova behind the net. Newland up on top for Herzog. Rachel Herzog far side. Hansen. That one is blocked out front. England trying to force it along the boards. Lynn has it still in the zone. Played down low, and a nice job there. Newland was camped out on the near side. Truex broke that play up.
Yep, very athletic.
Fired in on net from Herzog. Steered aside. Himlarova in the corner. This group of 5 for the Mavericks have had a long time on the ice.
They're starting to slow down. Need to get either the puck out or a whistle. Here we go.
Anthony just gains the red line, and they're off.
Wholesale change.
You're almost getting to the point where it's like, even if you have to take an icing, you're going to want to do it.
Absolutely.
Especially protecting that 2.
Speaking of,
yeah, there's the icing.
they needed their change.
That was not intended, however, especially trailing by 2, and so we'll take the face-off back the other way. Sophia Pointer will step in for Minnesota State and wins the draw for the Mavericks. Shot by Kundus is blocked out front by Lynn. That shot wide, low angle shot. That's off the side of the net. Lifted out to center ice. Olkers comes back to play it for the Mavericks. Wilgren to the far side. Kundus now has it. She carries to center ice. Tatum Geyer in the corner, race for the puck that actually Kennedy Bobbitt gets there first. Kundus with the shot that's blocked. Dangerous opportunity there as the player, Dietert almost was able to kick it out to center ice to create a breakaway. Follow-up is there. First one was fanned on by Pointer. She had it sitting right there and was able to fire the shot in on net that Emma Poluzny has to make the save on. She's seen a lot of action tonight. Mavericks right now unofficially with 36 shots on net. Mavericks with another draw in the zone. This time it'll be the Huskies with the win. Himlarova fans on her attempt to clear, picked up by Fleming. Between a lot of traffic, and then she gets tripped up on the play, and the Mavericks will go on a power play opportunity. Obvious call there against Haley Theodosopoulos. And she's in the box, 2 minutes on a tripping call at 9:51. Mavericks unsuccessful on their first opportunities. There you see the penalty, Ruth Ann, pretty obvious call, and indeed not what the coaching staff, Steve McDonald and the group, when you're down 2, you know, you're trying to gain some momentum here. You've taken a few icings, and now you're going to have to go to the box and kill off 2 minutes down a person.
Exactly. And you're usually using the same group of kids, right? So they're going to be fatigued after killing this off, and it's hard to come back.
Still getting set up for the draw. Mavericks are looking to get a change in defenseman, but it's played back to Truex, who thought she was going to come off the ice. She will now. For Cundas as the shot is put in on net, and Lusny is there for another save. Fleming is in for the face-off. Gets another one for the Mavericks up on top. Cundas, Cederberg, she's got 2 on the night. Looking for the hat trick from the point. Cederberg played down low, looking maybe for a redirect by Bryant out in front. That did not connect, and McCarron will be all the way back into the Maverick defensive zone. Mavericks with 1:22 left to go on the power play as Fleming carries it into the zone.
Now they'll try to set it up here, I'm assuming. Slow it down a little bit.
Fleming in the slot.
Maybe
low
not.
Angle shot there, put it in, and then Buderek was looking for the rebound. It might have been there a little bit, but then Lusny will cover up pretty quickly, and the Mavericks will bring out a new set of 5 on the power play. Looking really tonight, 2-goal lead looks good, but the Mavericks already had that once in the game, and the Huskies were able to score twice in about 22 seconds. Tie things up, so Mavericks would really like to punch this out to a 3-goal lead here late in the contest. Olkers played out of the zone, now flipped out of there by the Huskies. Wilgren has to come back. Wilgren left off Elkers with the shot there, and that one is kicked out in the corner. Anthony back to the point. Anthony near side for King. Here comes Wilgren. Wilgren puts one in on net. That's redirected up into the air and into the corner.
It didn't hit in netting. I guess it's still good.
Played out to the line and out of the zone by Himlarova. Levy out for the skate to play it ahead for Truex. She will carry it in. Truex now behind the net. King one more time. Anthony out in front. Now in the slot. Wilgren down low. Truex tees one up. Score! Truex from an extremely low angle just one-times one into the open net. And Truex joins Cederberg, a couple of Mavericks with 2 goals on the night. And the Mavericks get the power play goal they really wanted. And it's out to a 5-2 Maverick lead.
You can see the smile on Truex's face, like that angle. Normally, you're not going to be able to score from that. And she's able to just slide it right in.
Truex, 2 goals tonight. She also had 2 goals against this Husky team back on October 26th in the 4-1 win. Fleming with another quick shot. And it's a power play tally here for Truex. Out in front, England looking for the opportunity. Mavericks now 1 of 2 on the power play on the night. Newland trying to work defensively past Jackson, forced wide of the net. Still has it on her stick. Does a full 360 in the zone. It's up to now almost a 5:40 before she lost puck possession. Fleming pokes it ahead. Iozo. And the Mavericks with 7:15 left. They're pretty content to dump it into the zone and get some fresh skaters on, maybe shorten up the shifts. Newland, top of the face-off circle with the shot that's wide. Caroms to the far side. Lind is there. Newland one more time for Lind. Poked away. Himlarova back to the point. Thiessen will just dump it into an open corner. Played along the side of the net.
Nice block. Transition back through the zone.
Gardner. Wiley will play it out of the zone for St. Cloud State. Anthony down low trying to hit Gardner. Livius Farr has it. Nice job with Wilgren poking that away. And here comes Anthony. In the corner, we'll put it to the far side for King. Anthony King. Well, Wilgren played off a stick, and Anthony almost had an opportunity on the weak side, but it'll be carried out by Kudurka. Howard back watching her. Inside 6 minutes remaining in the third. Fagan Wilgren along the boards. Gardner picks it up and at least plays it out to center ice. King. Here's a chance now. Oh, they almost had Kennedy Bobick breaking in, but she could not cleanly handle that pass. Cedarburg, far side. Truax, those two again offensively, despite their defensive positions. 2 goals for each of them on the night. Cedarburg waits for things to clear and then fires it right back in. Herzog behind her own net.
Continue to put pressure on them here deep in the zone, trying to keep the puck in the offensive zone.
Mavericks really affected. Here's a chance. They almost had Pointer down low. Cedarburg through some traffic is wide. Tapped out in front. Loose puck on top of the crease, and it's cleared out by the Huskies. Dietert tied up by Olkers on the play. Now here comes Kilmarova. She's topped along the boards. Cedarburg headmans to Truex out of the zone. Theodosopoulos with the long shot that's kicked out by Levy. Theodosopoulos unable to control, and here comes Fleming along with Bryant 2-on-2 in the zone. Bryant unable to get there, and the Mavericks need to get off back into the zone quick. Here comes Kluge. Long lead pass. Fleming is able to get it out of the zone. Bryant drop pass. That one hits some traffic off the stick of Akravic, now in the corner. Played along the boards. Theodosopoulos unable to control. Jackson turns things around. Bates will come back for St. Cloud State. Mavericks right now, Ruth Ann, pretty content just to let seconds go off the clock. End-to-end action. They're really pretty content. Huskies have not been able to establish anything in the zone here.
Yeah, puck possession has been kind of sparse on the Huskies end.
Gardner trying to play one up on top for England. Loose puck will be picked up by Wiley. Played back for Thiessen. Gardner there on the forecheck. Bingham will play it along the boards. Headmanned out by the Huskies to Newland with the screen out in front. Kick save made by Levy. And on the rebound, played out of the zone by Iozo. Wiley is back for the Huskies, and we're down to 3 minutes remaining here in the third. 5-2 Maverick lead. Mavericks with the 2 goals in the third by Cedarburg and Truax to open things up from what was a 3-2 lead after 2. Pointer at the line, lost puck possession. Savard is back the other way, but a nice job there by Condas to stand her up at the line. Wilgren is able to clear. Played ahead, past a couple of players. They're going to say it was tipped, so no icing. Hansen is back. Olkers, Bobick in the corner, but the play is taken by Hansen for the Huskies. Katie Dietert poked off the stick by Cedarburg, and she's back the other way. Cedarburg just dumps it behind the net.
Now they'll probably try to just keep it low here for the next few minutes and keep it in the zone.
Yeah, Bobick unable to handle that pass, gathered up. Olkers was trying to just dump it in the corner, but it's brought out now 3-on-3 into the zone. Haig with the shot that's kicked out by Levy. Truax gets past a couple of defenders, and she'll carry very nicely. Truax looking for Olkers between the circles. Trickles out of the zone. Cedarberg is there. Cedarberg and Truax are able to handle the puck and dump it right back in inside 90 seconds remaining. Dietert off the glass and out of the zone. Here comes Klug. Klug unable to hold it into the zone along the boards. Mavericks pick up the loose puck and will play it off to center ice. Fleming has it, tapped into the zone. Himlerova off the stick of Theodosopoulos all the way in. Jackson is back. Bates at the point is able to hold it in up high, and a goal. Levy unable to handle that one as the rebound was right there. And Haley Theodosopoulos, with 52.5 seconds left in the contest, took advantage of a bouncing puck loose on top of the crease, and she hammers it home to make it a 5-3 game.
Kind of unfortunate here because Levy hasn't seen many pucks in the last few minutes, and to have that one just mishandled initially and then not being able to have a defenseman clear out for the second shot.
1907, the 10th goal of the season for Haley Theodosopoulos.
She
And with
made that
goal,
save with her waffle, but then it was just laying there without any defenseman to be able to clear out for her.
with the benefit of that goal, cutting the lead down to 2, Steve McDonald and the St. Cloud State staff take a break. We will as well. We'll come back for the last 52.5 seconds. Mavericks on top by 2.
Saturday, Hockey Day Minnesota hits the ice. Join us at 9 a.m. for a full day of action, featuring a pair of both high school and college showdowns, plus the Wild's battle with the Stars. It all starts Saturday at 9 on Hockey Day Minnesota.
Baseball is back. Join us at Twins Fest January 24th and 25th at Target Field and help us kick off the Twins season. There will be over 40 current and former Twins players, as well as the new Bomba Land experience. Twins Fest is presented by Quick Trip, and all proceeds benefit the Twins Community Fund.
Experience the excitement of wild hockey at XL Energy Center with the Fox Sports North Family Pack. Get 1 upper-level ticket, 1 hot dog, 1 bag of chips, and 1 soda, starting at $45 for select games. Get your tickets now at wild.com/FSN. Celebrate Hockey Day in the Bold North. Grab your favorite coffee mug and a bag of Bold North Blend. Available now at CaribouCoffee.com and Caribou Coffee locations. A portion of the proceeds to benefit Minneapolis youth hockey.
Usually we have all of that.
Don Westfall and Ruth Ann Quintile back here in Mankato for the last 52.5 seconds. Huskies get the extra attacker, took the timeout after they just scored the goal by Haley Theodosopoulos. Yeah, that's her 10th of the season. Bates getting the lone assist on that goal. Played all the way down the ice. Looks like we're going to have an icing call here, despite the effort by King to get back into the play. And the Mavericks have to take a face-off with 32 seconds left, protecting that 2-goal lead. Extra attacker again on the ice is after that goal scored by the Huskies. Coach McDonald pulls Emma Poltuzny. Svar through some traffic, sent wide of the net. Played to the far side. King trying to clear, unable to do so, but now Gardner picks it up and at least carries it out to center right. Wilgren now with the possession. Bobick. Long lead pass and will come down, and that one's going to be whistled down. Herzog was back trying to protect it as King was ready to go in and take advantage of the long lead pass. We'll bring the face-off back out. Looks like they're going to go on an outside call just outside the zone. Gardner steps in for potentially the last face-off of the night. Again, these two teams back in action tomorrow night here in Mankato. Mavericks win the draw over to Truex. King will drive it into the zone. And that will do it. Bates comes back to play it, but the Mavericks, with a couple of big goals early in the period by Cedarburg and Truax, stretching out what was a 3-2 lead. That made it 5-2 on those goals. Theodosopoulos comes back with a late goal for the Huskies, but a little too late. And in the end, it's Minnesota State tonight, a 5-3 win over St. Cloud State. We will send it to a break. When we come back, we'll have a chance to hear from Minnesota State head coach John Harrington about his team's win tonight. As again, you are watching WCHA Hockey here on Fox Sports North.
Every time you show up, every time you make your loyalties clear, and the moments that inspire you, and the ones that challenge your nerve, whether you're banging the glass or still learning the ropes, however you choose to be a fan, you make the game. And they make history. April 9th and 11th in Detroit, nothing beats the crowd. Visit NTAA.com/Frozen4 to get your tickets today.
About 57,000 people every year get diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It's really important for all of you to be aware of this and be proactive.
Our commitment to craftsmanship starts with the new Accord. It never cuts corners and is built with a quality you can count on. Life is better with a Honda.
Find great deals on a new Accord at GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Bundle up for Hockey Day with a Great Lakes Limited Edition Hockey Day sweatshirt, scarf, or hat, and show off the same styles as our Fox Sports North talent. Buy yours at foxsports.com/north/HockeyDayMN.
Saturday is Hockey Day Minnesota with a full slate of high school and college action presented by Toyota. Catch 2 outdoor high school showdowns plus the Gopher women's game and the Bulldogs battle with the Huskies. All day Saturday, presented by Toyota.
Life is more than just good in the Twin Cities. It's better, especially with Honda's award-winning Accord. It's a 34-time Car and Driver 10 Best, giving you better value than the competition. Find great deals on the new Accord at GreaterTwinCitiesHondaDealers.com.
Join us each and every week as we travel across the Midwest as we film a new fishing and hunting show on Fox Sports North at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday.
Yet? We're going to go right now, I guess.
Okay.
Don Westfall back in downtown Mankato, where again in WCHA action tonight, it was Minnesota State, a 5-3 win over St. Cloud State in the first of the 2-game series. Have a few moments right now with Minnesota State head coach John Harrington. And Coach, we talked about your presence in front of the net in the pregame discussion, and we made it one of the keys tonight. You guys seem to be very intent about having players down low, in front, looking for tips and things like that. I thought your team was exceptionally good in that spot tonight.
Well, it was important for us, I think. You know, we knew the quality of the St. Cloud State goaltender. I mean, she's an outstanding player, and we just needed to take away her eyes when we had the opportunity to do that. And, you know, sometimes I thought there were times where we moved the puck out to the point, and then we kind of watched for a while and really tried to stress to get those people to keep moving and get to the net, because that's where the puck was going to be.
Okay. What is it about Tristan Truax playing St. Cloud State? He had 2 more goals tonight. Some players just have that knack going against certain players. I don't know if she sees the red jerseys and it ignites her a little bit, but she had a special night for you tonight.
Yeah, she did. You know, Tristan's, we moved her back to defense early last year, I believe it was, and she gives us some offense from the back end there, but I don't know what it is about St. Cloud, if she has more confidence or what it is, or that she's had some success against them and then continues to have that success because she feels that way. But, we got 4 goals from our back line tonight, and they really contributed and it led to this victory.
What from tonight do you think needs to carry over to tomorrow night? Obviously, 3 more big points on the ice for you tomorrow night against the same Husky team.
Well, I think we've got to be smart with the puck. I think there was times we, came up on the rush and there wasn't any ice for us, and we need to make sure we get the puck in deep and go from a rush to a forecheck instead of going from a rush to a back check. And we had a couple of turnovers there that caused us some problems going the other way. I thought in the third period there, at least, for the middle 10 minutes anyway of the period, I thought we did a great job of having good, like a rush to a forecheck and a back check, and we were putting pressure on the puck and, not necessarily getting a lot of shots ourselves, but keeping them from getting opportunities. So that's something we're going to look at to try to continue tomorrow, is to make intelligent plays with the puck and to manage the puck right.
One last question from me while we have you on the air here. I know you're part of, obviously, a very special team of hockey, back to the 1980 Olympic team. And with Coach Johnson, Mark Johnson from Wisconsin coming in, you guys have a special opportunity for hockey fans coming up here in Mankato on February 6th.
Yes, we do, Don. We're going to have a get-together with some of our Olympic guys. They're going to come down from the Twin Cities and join Mark Johnson and I and have a kind of a little bit of a social, and then talk about things that happened with the Olympics in 1980. It's 40 years ago. It's amazing that it's been that long. But Dave Christian's going to be here, and Bill Baker, Buzz Schneider, and Mike Ramsey. So it's going to be exciting. We always enjoy talking about that and answering people's questions, and we hope there's a lot of fans that want to come out and have a fun night with some Olympians from 1980, teammates of mine, and also to make a contribution and support the Maverick women's hockey program. We're looking forward to that. It's Thursday night, February 6th, and it's coming up soon.
Of course, more information available on the Maverick website as far as that goes. Coach, big win for you guys tonight. Continued success over St. Cloud State tomorrow night, and we will keep track of your progress as we move into the last month of the season. Okay?
Thanks a lot, Don.
All right, again, that's Minnesota State head coach John Harrington. We're going to move right into other aspects of our post-game show right now and bring you some highlights of tonight's contest. Again, it was the Mavericks with the 5-3 win tonight. Mavericks will get the first score of the night as Cedarburg scores just from on top of the face-off circle. That was the only score of the first period of play, and the Mavericks would extend it to a 2-0 lead. Truax in a 2-on-1 comes down and gets her first of the night. It was 2-0 when all of a sudden a couple of quick goals here in succession. That was Himlerova, her first goal. Another later goal a few seconds later by Savar made it 2-2. And then you just saw the goal there from Kelsey King. It was a 3-2 Maverick lead into the third. And the Mavericks then got another goal from Cedarburg high in the slot. Truax scores one more time, and then that's the last goal by Theo Desopoulos. That came with about 52 seconds left in the contest to make our final score tonight, 5-3 in favor of the Mavericks. Mavericks out shooting the Huskies by a margin of 41-20. Shot attempts, the Mavericks, boy, a huge total for them tonight. You see them with 83 shots against just the 36 for the Huskies. Power plays, both teams convert on one of the power play opportunities. Mavericks had 2 on the total night. And again, we talked about this all night. Face-offs won. Mavericks really dominant in the face-off circle tonight over the Huskies. Quick look while we still have a few moments. If we have some out-of-town scores from around WCHA. And actually don't have time for those, so we'll just let that one go. Most important score, at least for those of us here in Mankato tonight. There you see our final score at the top of that. Mavericks tonight with a 5-3 win over St. Cloud State. For Ruth Ann Cantile, of course, the students, Bethany Lutheran College, the students here helping us out with the broadcast from Mankato tonight. I'm Don Westfall. We thank you for watching. Or one more time tonight, our final score in WCHA action. It was Minnesota State 5, St. Cloud State 3. Thank you for watching this production of Fox Sports North.
hockey family. To the state of hockey. Ryan Donato shares his journey and an up-close look at life in Beantown on Becoming Wild, presented by Toyota on Fox Sports North.